Okay, well, we're jumping in the PTU here for obvious reasons. Whenever I'm into the PTU, I will usually just hit randomize until I get something that's sufficiently weird looking. Perfect. Let's get on down to that hangar and check it out. Well, for those wondering if they fit in the elevators, yup. Okay, for those, this is kind of funny. I want to show something real quick. So this is one of those cases where CIG's naming conventions is going to get them in trouble. So the military version of this Atlas chassis, the MECH, is the Titan right below it. Yeah, I think they've got two Legionnaires too. They got the Flyer and they've got the Atlas chassis. Isn't that the Atlas chassis? Good God, they need more names. Okay, so we'll just look at this here real quick. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Little legs. So we don't have any liveries yet. Vehicle weapons, it does have two hand ports. I think that they will be limited to utility items, probably tractor beams. I'll find out in a sec. But this is presumably what the Titan is going to be based on. And while I call this thing up, I will tell you about my history with the Titan. Well, that's a noise. So in the long ago, like 6 or 7 years back, maybe more at this point, my prediction, like when they first started rolling out the roadmap and they first kind of mentioned that the Titan actually was going to be a thing that wasn't just lore. I'm gonna try to move away from the sound here. For about the last, I'd say 5 or 6 years, I've been saying, you know, the Titan wouldn't be a very hard ship or a hard vehicle to create. So it's probably going to roll out at Christmas because it would be a great thing to kind of drop on people around Christmas time. And yeah, so I made that prediction like 4 or 5 Christmases in a row. I think even if you go back and you watch the earliest sprint watches on this channel, you'll kind of see that I'm saying, hey, I'll bet the Titan suit is coming at the end of the year. And it must be what one of these small things are. And of course it would be like the Fury or something like that. And absolutely not. So let's take a look at this thing. I know pretty much every content creator. I know that HC Vertigo, for example, is in this build right now because I can see him in chat. I know Ollie was on it later, but let's take a look at this thing. Anyway, the Titan suit has long been one of those vehicles that I have wanted for a variety of reasons. Not necessarily a lot like a lot of my ships. Not that I would use, but I would want 2 bodyguards, each with the Titan suit, kind of keeping watch on the inside of my Banu Merchantman and stuff. And man, they did a good job on this. So this is not the military version. This is obviously the cargo version. So let's get in, take a quick look. Again, I know everyone else is looking at this. Many content creators, they're quite a bit larger than this little tiny channel. So yeah, that's nice. What they don't have is head tracking in first person. So hang on, let's get this thing fired up. Oh, not how you fire it up. Okay, so that button doesn't work. Let's look around. That's exit. That's not what we want. Oh, damn, it's just on. Okay. So you don't have to power it on. So this was one of my theories on this, that this thing would have an advantage, because why would you use this when there's a tractor beam? And the advantage obviously is that this would not run out of juice. So where the tractor beams run on batteries, this apparently does not, at least for not right now. I'm not seeing any fuel indicators. So let's see what happens when you push buttons. Yep, there is a tractor beam. Turn that off. Right click, do anything? Nope. What happens if I call up this? 1, 2. Nope, didn't do anything. But yeah, the fact that this thing has a tractor beam is pretty good. Is it? Oh, and it's locked to the head tracker too. That's kind of nice. That's something you used to be able to do with the Prospector. And God, I hope they bring that back, because you could fly up with a Prospector or a rock and you'd be able to mine just with your head tracker like this. And then they broke it like 6 or 7 patches back. It's never worked again. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Can we run? Okay, so that's a run. I think that is slower than a person, so that's going to be the big balancing act with the Titan suits. That's going to be comparatively slow. See how quick it turns. Not terrible, but a person could definitely run circles around you. A vehicle couldn't. Changes direction pretty quick. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Can it crouch? Nope. Can't crouch. Can't jump. Hitting jump. What about lay down? No, can't lay down either. Yeah, that is pretty tight. Let's look at it. I mean, CIG has some pretty incredible animators. I mean, these guys, and obviously they're, here it is running. Yeah, they have a lot of cross-pollination with people who make movies, like real movies and real shows, like, think Star Wars and Star Trek and numerous other things. Let's try crab walking. Very slow. And backwards. Pretty good. Yeah, that is a tight animation set right there. That is pretty good. Little disappointing that it doesn't turn at the hips, but I guess it has a lot of pivot on that arm. So that is not bad. But yeah, if somebody is blindsiding you or on your side, you're kind of screwed. And just based on what I know about the Titan, it's going to have the same issue, except all of this will be armored in, of course, because since it's a military vehicle. But all in all, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I will definitely be grabbing one of these. As far as cost goes, if I had to guess, 25 to 35. That sort of seems to be their floor. I would love for it to be, you know, it would be awesome if they sold this thing for 15 bucks with a game pack, so that you could finally have people that join just with one of these. That would be kind of like a crew pack as opposed to a ship pack. And that would be amazing. And if you made it LTI, you'd sell 1 billion of them. All right, well, let's get out of this thing. Thanks for jumping in. Just wanted to do a real quick review. Like I said, I know there are bigger content creators than me that are doing much deeper dives, so no reason to duplicate the effort, but I've been waiting for this one for a long, long time. Oh, it's pretty cool. A shame you can't take a swing on someone, but that is probably something they'll implement later. All right, gang. Thanks for dropping in. Catch me next time.